Hi guys! So this video is going to show you how to navigate the Cherry Creek High School library databases when you're online. The reason that we are doing this is because it's important, let me get that away, it's important for us to make informed opinions, to be able to see articles and perspectives from both sides of an issue or from multiple sides of an issue. So what we're going to do today is explore these databases that will kind of give us some tools to do just that. So I'm going to start. I'm just going to go to my internet browser, and I can just search Cherry Creek, not Cherry Creek Shopping Center, Cherry Creek High School Library. Okay, once I'm there, I've Googled this. This is the first thing to pop up for me. You just want to be looking for that creeklibrary.org. I click on this. Once I'm here, there are lots of awesome resources through the library that you can explore later, but just for this assignment, we're going to focus on this research resources. So we will be going to the databases tab. However, before we go there, I want you guys to click on remote access passwords. So if we click on that, the reason that you need this page is because when you're off campus, when you're not on campus Wi-Fi, which you probably won't be on campus Wi-Fi while you're doing this, you need, for a lot of the databases, you need to enter a password and or a username. The school district, our school, pays for access to these databases. They're not free, so that's why you need an account. Well, you need the passwords for them when you're off campus. So I'm looking at this document right here. Now, if it says that you aren't allowed access to it, here's what you need to do. Right? Because if we look at the sharing settings, it's only allowed to people who are in the Cherry Creek School District. So I need to make sure that I am logged in on Google with my Creek credentials. So that means if I'm not and I can't see this, I just need to open up a new tab. I'll go over here to this little bubble, I'll click on it, make sure that I'm logged in with my Cherry Creek email. If I'm not, I can either add another account, sign out, switch accounts. Once you've done that, then you'll be able to see this document. And it has usernames and passwords for a variety of the databases that are available. All right, so now I'm going to go back here. Once I've looked at that, I have that open in another tab. I'm going to go ahead and go to databases. Okay, I'm going to narrow this down. Over on the left-hand side, we've got this issues button right here. So I'm going to click issues. All right, so for our activity today, I want you guys to just focus on this SIRS, the Sears Issue Researcher. I'm going to click here. You can absolutely explore those other databases if you'd like to. This is just going to be probably most helpful for the assignment that you're doing today. If I'm looking at this, you'll notice there are lots and lots of different topics. So the way this database works is you look for a specific topic, and then once you've found a topic that you like, you go from there. So to look through the topics, I can look at the trending topics right here. I can flip through these. If any of them catches your eye, you just click on them, and you can go from there. So here are some editor picks. I can click through there. If you need help choosing a topic, there are these big categories. So let's say I wanted to look at crime and punishment. I'd click on that. Oh my goodness, look at all of these different topics related to this. So you can click any of these. I don't care which topic you want to click on. I'd suggest it's something that you find interesting, because that way your reading will be far more fun than if you pick something you're not interested in. So let's say I'm interested in juvenile delinquency because that's what we're reading about in the novel. Okay, once you click here, this is how the topics kind of break down. So you'll see we first have a summary of the issue. So a summary of kind of the debate back and forth. So I can read through that. And then here's the overarching question that is most often debated with this topic. Should courts be allowed to sentence juveniles as adults? Now, if I'm looking at this and it no longer seems interesting, you can absolutely go back and find a new issue, find a new topic. But let's say, okay, I think this is interesting, so I'm going to keep investigating this. Remember, you need to read, for this assignment, you need to read 2 articles, one from one side of an issue and one from another side or perspective of an issue. So what I like about this site is that it gives you the 2 viewpoints right here. So I'm going to start by looking, okay, it looks like in general this viewpoint believes that sentences should be determined by the severity of the crime. It looks like on this side, it looks like people believe children's sentences should focus on rehabilitation. Okay, so I'm going to just click whichever one of these titles seems most interesting to me first. So let's see. Let's say, all right, don't treat young adults as teenagers. I'm going to click this. Okay, now this is going to give you a little summary of what's going to happen in the article. If that's not super interesting to you, you can go back to another one. You can also explore these articles on the right. But again, I think it's going to be super easy for you if you just pick from here. All right, so let's say I've picked this one. I'm going to read through it. I read through that side of it, and now I want to find something on the opposing side of it, a different perspective of this. So now on the right here, I can see, oh, it has all of these topics again. So let's see. I think I'm going to click this one. Okay, so this happens to be the article that we started reading in class a few days ago. And I can read the summary here. Okay, so it looks like, all right, this is what the article is going to be about. Great. I can, if I decide I want to read this, I read this article. Okay, so I've read both articles. And now remember, I want to include the citation for both of these articles. There's a really easy thing to do over here, guys. Look, if we look off to the side, I've read the article. I'm going to click the button Cite. You want to make sure it's in the MLA format. So we make sure that's MLA. And then we've got it right here, guys. And watch this. You go copy. Maybe. And then I might just open up a new document, right? Because I want to put this in a document so that I can submit it. Let's go Documents. I'm going to start a new document. Okay, and then I want to paste this citation right here. So this is the first citation of the article that I read, the first article I read, and now here I'm going to paste or copy and paste the other article. So I'm going to go back. I read this article, so I'm going to click here. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to hit Cite, make sure I'm on MLA. I've got this here. I'm going to copy it. And then I'm going to paste it here. So for your assignment, when I submit this document, I'm just going to type up here, articles read. All right, so it'll kind of look like that. And then I'm going to just have response. And this is where, after I've read both of those articles, one from each side of an issue or that explores different perspectives of an issue, now I'm going to think about, okay, what is my opinion on the topic that I chose? So my topic, if you remember, and I go back up to here, right, juvenile delinquency. So what's my opinion? What do I think about this? What do I think about whether courts should be allowed to sentence juveniles as adults? What do I think about that? And then I'm going to type here 4 to 5 sentences. I'm just brainstorming. Okay, 4 to 5 sentences. Write your opinion on the topic now that you've read these two. Once you've done that, you have 4 to 5 sentences, then you'll go back to Schoology where you will submit your assignment under the Research Database Exploration assignment. All right, so I hope this has given you a good example of how to explore this database. Remember, you guys can pick any topic, right? So we can go back to leading issues. You can select any of these bigger categories. Once you're there, you can pick any of these things that look at all interesting to you, and it's going to give you both those two sides of the story or multiple sides of the story. All right, so good luck. I hope you find something that interests you and that you don't mind reading for a bit.